Hi everyone, thanks for coming along. We've got a great guest today. She's one of the very few full-time professional female magicians in the UK and is one of the country's most highly regarded professional and award-winning close-up magicians. This amazing lady also appeared around the world, including the Magic Castle in Hollywood and Las Vegas, the magic capital of the world. Welcome to my humble show, the amazing Kerry Tony. Hi, Kerry.
Hi.
I did come once today. How are you doing? All right. Lovely to see you.
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Nice to see you too.
And you. At long last. We had a few problems initially, but we got there, didn't we?
Oh gosh, that night we were a good half an hour, weren't we? Flitting from Facebook to Instagram and back again, trying to get to talk to each other. We just gave it up as a bad job in the end, didn't we?
Well, it's nothing to do with your side. It was totally my end with my silly phone. So we got there anyway. Anyway, thanks for coming. Yeah, you're amazing. I've seen you, on actually doing your live stuff via Zoom. We watched one of the shows you did for the theatre, Cheltenham Everyman Theatre, and it was brilliant with with the other guys you had. You had Richard Parsons and Mark Shortland.
That's right.
And, what a great evening that was. My wife was amazed. But yeah, I mean, do you if you just want to introduce yourself and tell people, most people do know what you do and how you do it, but not how you do it, but yeah.
I'm gonna say, I'm hoping they don't know how I do it. Some of them do. So yeah, I mean, as you said, I'm a magician. I mean, obviously you and I, well, I was going to say we met at a wedding fair. That's where we think we met, but actually it turned out that we'd worked together at an event previous to that, but which was quite funny to find out. But yeah, we met at a wedding fair, didn't we? So and that's when we were allowed to sort of
love the photo.
when we were allowed to do things sort of live and in person, and do you remember those good old days? And now everything it's on Zoom. So yeah, one of the things that we decided to do, the Evening of Deception, is a live show that we do every year at the Everyman Theatre, and we did it this year. We managed to get it in time. I was backstage this year, so it was a lot of fun for me because I didn't have to perform, but I was there and helping out and stuff, so that was great. And then I started doing my own little Zoom show because obviously we couldn't do anything for people in the real world. And then I just had a bit of a brainstorm over an idea with everybody else, sort of saying, could we move this online? And that's where Evening of Deception came. And we've been doing that show quite a lot. We've done it a lot for the Everyman in Cheltenham, and then we took it on a virtual tour. So we had a few other theatres involved. And now we're doing it for charity events or corporate events, so people can actually hire the entire show and people can still obviously get together on their separate Zoom screens.
It's brilliant because it is, say, a totally different way of doing things. You're not just talking to a screen; you can interact with people, of course, and obviously that's what we love, isn't it? Seeing people smile and laugh, and the amazement, of course, of what you do, and it's amazing. But so, how did you start in this, and what spurred your love of it, of magic? Where did you?
I think because when I was a kid, we grew up sort of watching Paul Daniels, and I loved Debbie McGee. I wanted to be her, the dresses and the shoes and the glitter and stuff. And then, so I've always been interested in magic. And then I'm from Hull originally, as you can probably tell. And while I was working there was somebody who I worked with that did magic for a hobby. And so I started going along to Hull Magicians Circle, which was amazing, and there was some fabulous people there. Our president, Eddie Dawes, who's still the president of Hull Magicians Circle, and a few others as well. They took me under their wing and helped me. They taught me stuff, and it was something to do as a hobby. I'd heard of the Magic Circle, I'd heard of the Magic Castle, but there were all these amazing places where I would never get to go. And fast forward quite a few years, 18. Well, I've been doing magic for 18 years professionally. So, but I joined All Magicians probably about 20 years ago. And I have actually worked at the Magic Castle, and I'm a member of the Magic Circle. So it's amazing really how it's progressed. But I wouldn't have done it without those guys at Hull Magicians Club.
Yeah. So does it become like muscle memory then? You know what you do, your tricks and stuff?
Yeah, I guess it does. I've never really thought about it, to be honest. But yeah, I mean, I can do stuff, and I find that, you know, I can be doing a trick and performing stuff, and people will say things to me, and I can still focus on what they're saying. I mean, you can always actually tell when I'm doing anything new because it's very quick and I don't say a lot.
But you're also a woman, you know, you can multitask. So,
well, of course. I mean, of course. But yeah, sometimes it's kind of when it's a new thing and I'm a bit nervous, and it's like, so yeah, you can usually tell. But normally, yeah, I can go into it and still chatter to people at the same time, which I quite like, because it means that I know what I'm doing. And also, like, people will do things and they'll try and put you off and stuff, so they'll try and say things or ask stuff and things, and of course, and then when it still works out, it's quite fun because they think that they've messed you up, and you know, they haven't.
Well, I expect you get used to that, and you could probably tell, because when I'm drawing live, you usually get the same comment from the same type of person, usually a guy who's leaning on your shoulder and telling you what to do, and you know, you always get the same sort of remarks. It's quite funny. You think, is this the same guy that keeps coming to these weddings? But it's quite funny because you know, it's all part of enjoying it, and they're just having fun, and yeah, it's brilliant. Yeah.
And that's it. I mean, you know, it is the same, like with what you do. It's you know, you've got so you know, I've got the person that's actually helping me with the trick, and then I've got the people that are watching. You know, and for you, same thing. You've got somebody who you're drawing, but then you've got everybody else that's watching and stuff. So they feed off their reactions and things. So it's not just a case of going up doing a magic trick or you going up doing a drawing. It's all the entertainment and you know, bits of banter, I guess, as they call it, you know, that go with it, I suppose. And you know, just being able to chat to people and natter to people, and people will ask you the strangest things at the strangest times, won't they? You know.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah. Anyway, I've got a quick. This is caricature to unveil, seeing as we're in the theme of sort of humour and magic. I thought I'd unveil this one. I did this a few days ago, and hope you like it. Anyway, hope you can recognise it. So here we go. Quite an extreme one. Of course, the Fez gives it away a bit.
And yeah, funny enough, because we said something earlier on when I was chatting to you, and I said, "Oh, just like that."
You did, and I nearly gave it away.
That's fantastic.
Thank you very much.
That is absolutely brilliant. Yeah. Oh, I love it. Yeah.
So that's going to fall down now. You watch. Anyway.
Just like that.
So, yeah, as I say, we both love what we do, and it is working with people and entertaining, making people smile, and you know, we do miss it, don't we? You know, it's we say we have got it with the screens now and the Zoom, so this ties in. Or actually, you're talking about your skills and what you do, your talents. I've got one more thing to ask you about, in because I noticed on your website or somewhere I had it. Yeah. Well, on your website, actually, one of your social media feeds, and this is the usual thing when I do things from above, and I just want you. It might give you a clue on what you said, but I want you to tell me what this skill and how you learnt it and when it actually happened. So if you just look above. Oh, that's it. It's acrobatics. No,
I have zero acrobatic skills. There was I think I know which purse this is about. So I was booked to do, it was a Greatest Showman evening in Cheltenham, and it was fabulous. Let me get the purse so I can read it properly, because
I've got it in front of me if you want, but just to dig a deeper hole. No, you go ahead. You go ahead.
I'm going to say, give me a second to find it then. Yeah, this properly made me laugh. So, yeah, so I was booked at this Greatest Showman event, and I was going to be doing magic around the tables, and they billed it as featuring acrobatic stage performances and close hand table magic from Kerry Scorer, one of the UK's finest magicians. And I had to literally explain to every single table that it's not me. There's someone else that's going to be doing acrobatic skills. And there was one particular table who they were hilarious. And every time I went past, they're all like saying, shouting out like, "You're going to do some cartwheels? You're going to do a forward roll?" I'm like, no, no. And a couple of years ago, I broke both of my ankles. So I've only just recently, sort of in the last year or so, been wearing heels. So if you'd have seen me come down the stairs in this place, there was no way I was capable of doing anything acrobatic. It was amazing. I could walk in heels, let alone anything else. But yeah.
Well, I did see it and I thought, wow, I mean, how does Kerry manage to keep hold of all her cards when she's doing cartwheels? Anyway, we'll say goodbye to Kerry the acrobat.
That's awesome. I love that. Now.
She'll fall on me in a minute.
Yeah, well, that's karma that for taking the mick.
Right. What we do now is
I've forgotten about that.
I couldn't forget that. We'll show you a few photographs of you doing your Zoom show. So just give people a flavour, won't it? So we'll be back in a minute. Brilliant.
I don't know how many weird faces I pull when people send me they'll say, "Oh, I took a really good screenshot of you on our TV and stuff," and I'm always like, "Oh, I've got my eyes."
That's what I like. So keep those faces, send them to me, and I'll use them.
Yeah, don't you dare draw that.
Right, I've got another question for myself. We might get some comments in here actually. Oh, we have. We'll go to those in a minute, shall we, Kerry? And just the one thing, have you had any really embarrassing moments apart from obviously coming down the stairs in heels and doing acrobats? But have you acrobatic? Have you had any other embarrassing?
If I'd have done that. Yeah, there's been a few. So the best one, I guess, this is my favourite one, and it is quite funny. Even I can laugh about it. Is a few years ago, and I'd been doing magic for a little while, and I got a phone call from somebody asking me to do an event in London. And they said it's a really sort of high-end event in this private club, but it's all Alice in Wonderland themed. Would I dress as Alice? And I said, "Oh, okay." I said, "I can. I don't have an Alice costume, but I could get one made, And they said, "Oh yeah, that'd be wonderful if you could." So I got an Alice costume made. I still have it, and it was quite fab. It was the blue dress and the white pinny and everything, and I turned up at this event with my dress, and when I got there, the guy was like, he said, "Oh, you've got your costume, haven't you?" And I said, yeah. He said, "Oh, go get changed." And, he was really keen. So I put it all on, and I had the stripy tights and everything, like the Alice band and the lot. And then I saw somebody I knew, a lady called Louisa Calver, also a caricaturist. I don't know if you know her or not, but she's very lovely. And she was at this event as well. And she looked at me and she said, "Why are you dressed like Alice?" I said, "Well, because of the Alice in Wonderland theme that we're just about to go into." And she went, "Oh, I didn't know." And I thought, oh. And I felt a bit sorry for her, really, because I thought, when you go to a fancy dress party and you didn't know and you're not in fancy dress, you stick out like a sore thumb, don't you? And you can probably tell where this is going. So the doors open and we all go in to and the guy as well, he took photos of me in the foyer, and he loved, and he wanted a photo of me with him, as Alice and stuff. And he was like, "Oh, it's going to be brilliant." Went in, no theming, nothing. Absolutely nothing. So now I'm at this quite highbrow sort of networking event, dressed as Alice, going around doing magic.
Another string to your bow.
It was just like, and people, I mean, in all honesty, it's the best icebreaker ever, because if no matter what serious conversation you're having, if you know, a grown woman walks over dressed as Alice, you turn around and you take note, you give it attention because you don't know what's going on. Yeah, it was brilliant. And I had photos with everybody and stuff, and it was a really fun night, but never, ever, ever got to the bottom of it. I think the story is that there's a magician called Noel Qualter, and if he's watching this, I still blame him. And he used to do some work for this guy who booked me, and he was the one who'd suggested me. And I think they must have had some little side bet and said, "Oh, I bet, you know, I bet any money she'll do it as Alice if you ask her," sort of thing. I don't know. I can't think why else they would do it, because there was absolutely no theme at all.
Oh, that's that. Yeah. Well, if it was him, send a photo, caricature.
Oh, yeah. Give me a good one.
I'm surprised you went for Alice, because I would have thought, you know, rabbit, dressed as a rabbit. Anyway,
that would have been even worse, though, wouldn't it? Full on costume.
Good point.
That would have been even worse. Funny enough, though, I have actually worn my Alice costume a few times since, because people have booked me for Alice events. And the second one that I did was booked by another magician called Mark Kearns, and he booked me, and he actually came with me to the event and went in first to make sure it was Alice themed.
Oh, what a gentleman! What a gentleman!
Yeah, that's how to do it.
Fantastic. Yeah. Well, my most embarrassing was probably I used to do festivals, and I worked at Gloucester Docks sometimes, you know, right on the site there, and for the public. And I had a big group behind me, and I was drawing this couple there, and I sometimes used to chew gum. And the way I do drawings, you see one a bit later on, I use pastels just to shade them. And of course, chewing gum, and you always have to blow the dust off at the end. So I just finished the character, blew, and the chewing gum straight on the illustration, right in the middle of the gentleman's face. And I thought, what do I do? Big group behind me, try and hide what I was doing. Do you know what I did? I actually said to them, "Oh, you never guess what I just did." So, yeah, but anyway, they did have it in the end as well. So I was quite relieved about that. I got that very easy.
They're probably telling a story similar somewhere else and going, "Do you know what? We had our caricatures done once, and the guy just like spat his chewing gum out on the pit." People go, "Really? Oh my gosh, that's amazing!"
He really hated it that much. Anyway, I'm going to quickly show a few stills of what I do on the Zoom side. So here we go. Back in a sec. There we go.
Do you ever get it wrong? I mean, do you ever like get somebody in front of you and you just think, "I can't draw you"?
I must admit, it's people that don't move their faces. It sounds weird, but they're just sort of like that. You know, it's not so much wrong, but you want to make it humorous, and yeah, that's usually the type. But I've had to control myself sometimes, because some people have just got the perfect face. You know, I'm one of them, I think. There was a couple I drew, but I didn't look at him. People usually sit down as couples at weddings, and anyway, she was great to draw. She had a great character of her face, and I thought, oh, great, you know. And then I looked across, and I was trying to hide my excitement. I was like, he had. I mean, he was quite old, and the older people, the more interesting the faces they get, especially on guys, you know. And he had great big chin, great big nose, and hair out there. He was just amazing. But you really have to be careful. You don't want to upset them. They're there because they know what they're in for. They're for a bit of fun, and it's not cruel. It's not supposed to be cruel. It's supposed to capture them, you know, in a comical way, and just have a bit of a smile. But yeah, I had to hide myself then. Can I quickly say hello to my mum? She hasn't been very well lately. My mum in Spain. She's watching from Spain. So,
what's your mum's name?
Jeanette.
Hi,
Jeanette.
Jeanette.
Or Nettie. She likes to be called Nettie.
Hi, Nettie. Hope you're feeling better soon.
Oh, this is one for you, Kerry, probably. There you go.
Ooh, what is the best and worst thing about what you both do? I would have said, I mean, the best thing is performing. It's making people laugh. It's that moment where somebody goes, how did you do that? How? And they laugh and they, you know, they're amazed and stuff like that. That is by far the best thing ever. And whether that's on Zoom or I always point to the window as if like I haven't left the house since March. I have, but I'm always like, you know, out there in the great outdoors.
There's a world out there.
I know, yeah. I have a little look out the blind every now and again. But you know, when I'm at events, obviously, you know, the same thing, just the people, meeting people. I just love that side of it. The worst thing about what I do, I don't know, I guess I'd probably have to say something like bland, like my accounts or the driving, I guess, maybe the traveling.
Yeah, the admin.
Yeah. The stuff
that we don't like admin. We don't. Yeah, exactly. We want to get out and do it, don't we?
Exactly.
Sorry, yeah, my favourite thing is when you turn the paper around and the reaction. You know, either crying or laughing, doesn't matter.
It'll make for a good photo, doesn't it?
It's usually, you know, 99% is laughing, so that's a good thing. The worst thing I think with me, especially with events and weddings, is the worry about getting there. You know, well, before lockdown, obviously, but you know, when we got on the motor, I hate going on motorways when there's a wedding, because when you're stuck on the motorway, you just can't get off.
Yeah.
And so I always try and do the A roads, and that's a worry for me. And my wife always laughs at me because I end up, I arrive ridiculously early usually, just in case, you know.
Yeah.
We don't want to on the day, but yeah.
Anyway, the last thing you want to do is get there and be stressed, isn't it? You know, you're supposed to be there and having this wonderful time and adding something to somebody's day that you just don't want to be stressed. But yeah, I agree. I definitely think the travel. I think, you know, God, it sounds real miserable now, doesn't it? Because I'd love to be able to travel to events now, but you know, if I'm going into London or something, you know, it's like a full 12-hour day for me, you know, because I set off crazy early to make sure that I'm there in time. And, you know, you do the bit and then, you know, it's a 3+ hour drive back home again as well, you know. So I would probably say that it is, yeah, I agree. I think
there's a solution for you now, Kerry, is the you can arrive in your Alice in Wonderland outfit and with one of those jetpacks, because they've got those jetpacks now, and you won't have the congestion charge into London, land, do your bit. How's that?
Well, when we're back out and doing them, we'll give it a go.
Right, it's a couple more questions. Then we've got to do because we're nearly at the time. Where are we? Oh, okay, yeah, Mandy Merritt here. She's asking one here.
How old was I when I started magic? Well, I mean, we can all do the maths. So I reckon I started doing it. I was thinking about this actually the other day, but I started doing magic like properly in 2001, but I was already sort of doing it a little bit sort of previous to that. And so, yeah, so it's coming up for next year. It'll be 20 years, won't it? So that would have made me 20. I was quite old, 20. I'm trying to work out how old I am now, minus 20. I'm not very good on the math, am I? 27-ish, I guess. I'm 47 now, 48 in January. So there we go. So, yeah. So I've been doing it for a while. And, yeah, you know, I was... A lot of the guys that you meet, you know, that have done magic, it's like, you know, they got a Paul Daniels magic set when they were 9 and they grew up then doing that. But... You know, I didn't. I got a girl's world, so I went into flat hair and stuff. But and then, as I say, we grew up watching Paul Daniels. I used to love like the Bunko booth and you know, special guests that he used to have on and stuff. And as I say, it was just the dresses and the glamour of it all and stuff. I just absolutely adored it. And it was what we used to watch on a Saturday night. You know, the whole family used to sit and watch it. So, yeah, I think it's, you know, it just kind of was something that when then it was introduced to me as an adult, I jumped at the chance because, in all honesty, I was thinking, oh yeah, you know, it'd be quite cool because, you know, learn maybe a card trick or something that I could do when I'm at my friends or down the pub or something. And, you know, never expecting it to be, you know, here I am 20 years later talking to you about how we've been in the industry for so long and all the rest of it. So, you know, it's funny how things work out. But yeah, but it's never too old to try something new.
No, no. We were talking about that earlier, weren't we? And we'll talk about it. It leans into this next question, actually. We'll call it a day on the questions after this, because I know you've got something to show us, but this is one interesting one.
Ooh, so this is Mel. This is my friend Mel. Funny enough, so I'm going to do a quick magic trick in a second, and then what we were planning to do is I'm going to teach Tony this trick at some point. He's going to try how to draw. Good luck with that, because I can literally draw the curtains. That's like my thing. I cannot draw. My sister, do you know what? My sister is brilliant. She's really, really talented, like really talented, and I'm not.
Oh, you are. We've all got our strengths, haven't we? Yours definitely is there.
I'm still looking for mine. It's certainly not in the drawing sort of side of things. But so the plan is that we're going to come on and do something else that way at some point, and you're going to do a magic trick, and I'll draw you, Tony.
If I can hide anything in a hat, that's about my level, I think. Right. Okay. Brilliant. So, shall I give you the screen, Kerry? That's probably the best way to.
It's all right like this if you want.
Oh, is it? Okay. Yep.
So long as people can just see this. So I've got some cards in my hand. I've only got 9. We only need 9, and I'm going to just show you. First of all, I went the wrong way on the camera. Then that they're all different, basically.
Yep.
All right. So I'm just going to give them a shuffle up, and I'm going to get you to choose one out. But you're going to need to, obviously, normally I would give you the cards and you would do it. So obviously you need to give me the instructions to do it. We should have done that before, should we? Done one of the videos where I put my hand out like this and then you reach out and grab them. We haven't thought this. All right. So I'm obviously not going to look, but just say stop on the card that you won.
Okay.
And you can make me go back and forward. It's up to you.
Stop.
Okay, this one?
Yep.
That one here?
Yep.
Okay. So this is your card. So I'm going to get you to look at that card and look at everything, all the detail about it, yes?
Okay.
All right. I'm just going to pop it on top here. Now, obviously, I know where your card is because it's on the top. So I'm just going to bury it a little bit inside there. Now, I still do know where your card is, but it's not on the top. But I'm going to try and find your card, and you're going to help me, hopefully. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually spell out the value of your card, but you can lie or you can tell the truth. It's up to you, okay? Right. So we're going to do the value first. So your card is, you know, either an ace, a 2, a 3, a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, Jack, Queen, King. So what is the value of your card? Now remember, you can lie or you can tell the truth. It's up to you.
So the value, in what, as an alphabet? As a word, yeah. As a word, right? Yeah. Okay. Sorry, sorry, I'm a bit slow. Can you just repeat that? I'll write it down.
So it's either an ace, a 2, a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, Jack, Queen, or King. So what was the value? So ignore the suit, but what was the value of your card? And you can lie to me, or you can tell the truth. So
the actual number. Okay.
Yes. The value.
8.
8.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to spell out 8.
Okay.
EIGHT. Okay.
Okay.
I'm just put those on top like this. Now we know your card is, or it might not be because you might have lied, but we know it's the 8 of something. So we're going to spell out of, O-F. And now we need the suit. So it's either hearts, diamonds, clubs, or spades. And again, you can lie or you can tell the truth. It's up to you what we're going to go with. So, spades.
Yep.
All right. It's the best one for my accent, that. Spades.
Spades.
When you do this, you've got to do it in a northern accent. So S-P-A-D-E-S. A-D-E-S. So 8 of spades. All right. Now, I'm just going to ask you now, did you lie or did you tell the truth?
On both of them?
Well, did you do a mixture or did you?
I lied on both, yeah.
You lied on both. Oh, totally. All right. But you know, magic, M-A-G-I-C. What was your card? What was it really?
6 of hearts. Whoa. I'll clap for everybody because it's not an audio thing, but that's brilliant.
So amazing. That is what you will be performing next time.
Oh my God, I hope I get it right the next time.
You will.
Yeah, amazing.
It'll
so
be fun.
Cool, so cool.
But you're going to have your work cut out teaching me how to draw.
Oh, we'll get there. We'll get there. You'll have fun. It's good. Is
it possible to do that? Like, I can teach somebody a magic trick because, and I guess with drawing as well, there's easier things to draw, but and like with magic, there's easier tricks to to learn and to pick up. So that one, will be absolutely fine.
Yeah, it's just a process. It's the type of media you use and also what you look for. I mean, there's certain film styles or whatever you can just, if you draw the shape of the hair or somebody like DiCaprio, and it's the shape of the heads. He's got a upside down triangle. If you actually look at him, everybody's got a different face shape. I mean, I've got a very long face compared to you. It's quite a bit of horse-like. So there's lots of things to look at. But if you've got a basic technique, if you can write, you can use a pen, you can use a pencil. So we'll have a go. We'll have fun anyway, and then we'll introduce this fabulous guest. And I'm going to change my camera angle as well in a minute. But here we go.
Intrigued.
Intrigued. So here you go. See if she's there. Is it she?
She, mystery guest. Oh, who are you, mystery guest?
Are you there, mystery guest? Come in, come in.
It's Margarina.
Hello.
I spoke to you earlier.
I know.
And she's a social media guru, aren't you? From Magic Bean Media.
Yeah. Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
She is. She's hot on everything that's social media. She really is. Yeah. Yes, and it just so happens that her business is Magic Bean Media.
Magic.
So magic. See?
Magic.
Yeah.
Yep.
All the magic.
All magic. All magic. Brilliant. So yeah, obviously I've drawn you before, Kerry, so I thought we'd get somebody in and yeah, Karina is the lady to be drawn. So I'm just going to adjust the screen a bit. So let's see if this works. Or perhaps not. Try that one there. And then I'll move you over there. And I'm just going to change my camera view. All this techie stuff. I need somebody like Karina to come and sort it for me. So
we all need a Karina. I keep finding been with one. But yeah, we all need Karina.
So there we go.
I need you, Kerry.
I'm going to put on a trilby so you don't see the back of my head. Pretty sight. Not a pretty sight. Okay. Okay. So
I'm going to get to watch.
Guys at home, I will zoom in on the caricature at the end, but we'll get started to drawing.
I'm excited to watch this take place. Actually, to see it come to life.
I love watching people draw. Yeah.
Yeah, you're an artist yourself. You that's great to hear. So okay,
Not as good as you.
You do it.
Yeah. Bless you. Right, if you could look slightly to your right for me, Karina, just slightly. That's perfect. And then
She's full of many talents, Tony. She really is.
Aww.
She is.
She's also one of life's really, really, really nice people.
Oh,
yeah.
Thanks.
We all need those, don't we? Especially in these times. It's
yeah. I'm really excited. If you've got orange.
Well, funny you should say that.
Yay!
Right, I'm conscious that we've got to get over this way a bit so we can see what we're doing. So,
Oh, yeah.
Need some music playing or something, don't we? We've usually got the the wedding band going or something in the background.
We can just natter instead.
Yeah.
I can't believe I spoke to you today and you never mentioned this at all.
Yeah. Little surprise.
It was a surprise.
Yeah.
When Tony said, "Oh, we've got a special guest," and I was like, "Oh, really?" And then we went into it, and so I forgot again. And then when he just said, "Then I'm going to introduce our Mr. Guest," I was like, "Oh yeah. Oh, what's going on? It's me! Yay!"
Well, I thought you've surprised me, haven't you, in the past? So I thought it was your turn.
Well, fair play. You did it well.
I have to admit, I got overly excited when Tony asked me because obviously I love drawing and I love all things art. So I was like, yes, please.
And Tony is amazing. He really is. Yeah. So the caricature that he did for me was fabulous. You can actually just see a little bit of it in the bottom corner. He ran to the hat, but yeah, it's fab.
Yeah, that's very kind of you.
It's up on my wall, actually. It's just up on my. I've just moved my office round, and it's up on my wall. Oh,
So you can just about the pencil's a little bit hard to see sometimes on the.
Oh, we can see it now.
Oh, the glasses are starting to take shape. I bet Karina doesn't offer when I'm practicing drawing. I bet she doesn't offer for me to draw her. Can you imagine? How to lose a friend quite easily. I can't draw at all.
I joked to my, doing it through this media, this method, through Zoom or whatever, or, I joked to my friend the other day, the best thing about this is, compared to when you're at a wedding or a corporate event, is that once you've done the unveiling, the person can't hit you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty safe, you can run. You can get into the car and run.
Oh, yeah. Brilliant.
There is that, and you just press, leave.
Yeah.
Never track me down. No, it's all good fun. So you're doing very well there. Very patient, sitting behind there with the curtain down and the label off, saying who you are. It's like being in the green room, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Yeah. I was planning to come and watch anyway, so I would have been awesome. Watching, but yeah, I was waiting in the wings. It was quite nice.
Thank you. It's a really nice surprise for me as well.
Oh, it's a pleasure. Thank you for coming along.
Oh no, it's great.
Almost at the shading stage. Make you 3D.
So exciting.
I'm going to take some pictures of this actually.
And I also scan them all in at the end and then email them to people. So that's the best way of doing it these days. I can send them in the post, but sometimes people like to have the original, the artwork. So
yeah, I must admit, when mine turned up, it was really nice. It was just something really different, and to actually have it, there is something about having stuff, isn't there?
Yeah.
Sorry, I was just looking at it then. You'd have to draw me with a bit of a fatter face now. The lockdown diet's not been good.
I don't think it's been kind to any of us, Kerry.
It's like, thank God you can only see me from here up.
Have you ever done a Zoom show? Oh, I suppose you stand up, don't you, for your Zoom shows? I was going to say, do you ever do that thing where you're half in your pajamas on Zoom?
No, I don't think in all honesty, I don't think I've ever been in my pajamas on Zoom. But
have you not?
No.
Oh.
I think I'm too worried that, obviously when I'm doing shows, I'm stood up and also I treat my shows in the same, so, I do my hair and my makeup and everything, and because it keeps it the same, then I don't want to kind of let that just sort of, go. And I think when I'm on Zoom, I've been asked a couple of times to do a magic trick, and actually I don't do them very well with that down. because I'm always stood up performing, and it's caught me out a couple of times. So I've stood up to do magic, and I've been thinking, oh, thank God I wasn't in bottom half of a onesie.
Yeah, I do have to admit, a couple of networking meetings, I might have been pajamaed up from the waist down.
There'll be people messaging going, which one?
Yeah, not mine.
Let's see if there's any comments actually as we go along, shall we? Any questions?
I bet there'll be people saying, yeah, no, I've done that. Oh, Mandy, amazing.
Sorry, that was the here we go.
Does Mel mean she can't wait to see you draw me, or does she mean I can't wait to see you draw Kerry?
I think you draw Kerry, yeah. That must be.
Actually, you know Mel as well, don't you, Karina?
I do, yes.
Or dancing to her iPod. Now, Mel, well, everybody, to be fair, takes the mick out of my iPod because it's properly in the 80s. But yeah, so they always take the mick out of me for my music taste and my iPod. Everybody keeps threatening to take it off me and put some decent music on it. Yeah.
What have you got on your iPod?
Oh, stuff like all the good stuff, like Sunita.
Oh yeah.
So much
Sunita.
Johnny Logan. Hold Me Now and Chesney Hawkes, the one and only. I know that
that's got a brilliant guitar solo in it. I'm a bit of a guitar fan.
So which one has got the? I've never really noticed. I'm assuming it probably was Anita. Was it the Chesney one?
Chesney Hawkes. Hawkes. Yeah. I think that's great.
Yeah.
Right, we're nearly there. It's taking a little bit longer than usual, but.
We should be in Centre Parks this weekend, and Mel comes with us. So normally they get to listen to my music choice. I think everybody just feels
in the car, is it?
Yeah. They just like let me play it, and then when I've gone to bed, they put the proper stuff on.
Right, I'm saving the best to the last.
Oh.
Yeah.
I know. I must admit, I can't wait for that orange to go.
I know, haven't they? I even made it a bit more orange today.
Brilliant.
I found a filter on Instagram earlier on where it looks like you've checked, like you can have different coloured hair. So and it actually looks really, really good. So you can see sort of what you would look like with different coloured hair.
What about hair full stop? Anything that would help me? Or
yeah, I reckon that one will be fine. It gives you quite long hair, but like and stuff. So yeah, give it a try, Tony. Pop it on your.
I will.
Pop it on your Instagram feed.
I do need something.
But it's cool though that you wear a hat, because I'm always quite envious of people that wear hats, because I don't suit hats at all. I must have like an odd shaped head or something, but I do not suit hats. And when I see people in hats, I'm always like really jealous because they always look really good. And I think, a top hat is a really cool hat. It'd be really cool to wear, but I do look a bit
They're
silly.
quite hard to wear, actually. They're quite top heavy. Is that why they're called top hats? They're quite top heavy.
I don't know, actually.
Let's know.
I have one. It's downstairs, but I use it like when I'm at wedding fairs, and I've got like a big bow around it, and I have sweeties in it and stuff. And but it's absolutely massive. If I put it on, it's like oh wow!
Oh, there it goes.
Nearly there. I'll show it to the screen after because the lighting's not that brilliant here tonight. So
it's fun.
I'll put it up on the full screen set.
Don't you spit your chewing gum out?
No.
I've learned a lesson. Almost there. Final stages.
See, and it doesn't take that long either, does it? I was there for hours.
Once you get going, it's like, you do have a bit of a warming up period. He says, excusing himself. But yeah, it's once you get into it, it's brilliant. The more you do, the faster you get. So
it's amazing.
There we go. We're just about there. Whoops. Let's just change the view, so give you a better view.
Wow. That's brilliant.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
All right.
I love it. That's fantastic. Really good.
Oh, that's
Thank
brilliant.
you very much, ladies. And let's just go back to the camera. And we're back in the room. I don't spot. So thank you again, Kerry.
No, thank you. Honestly, it was really, I'm glad we got there eventually. And actually, you know, with everything else now and our secret guest, I think this was definitely worth waiting for. So I'm glad we didn't do it before.
Brilliant, brilliant. Really nice to have you along, Kerry, and wish you all the best with your future entertaining.
Yeah, keep in touch, and you know, hopefully I might see you out there in the virtual world for now.
Yeah.
And then see what's what for next year. Micro weddings, I think, are going to be the way forward for a little while, aren't they? And just, you know, it's just weird, isn't it? And nothing we can do. We just have to see, don't we? So keep doing what you're doing. So people can book you for privately, can't they, for shows and stuff like that?
Parties, anything, you know. You saw today, this is how I do it, so it's all good fun. And sometimes you can make little recordings and videos that you can send to people afterwards of the day. You know, it's all private as well, so yeah, it's really good. But I look forward to our meeting when I'll do a bit of magic and you a bit of drawing. So
yes, that's definitely coming up. Do you do commissions as well? So somebody sent you a photo of someone, you could do it and then send them it and stuff like that.
Yeah, they're very popular. I've been quite busy on that. Well, towards this end of the year, from September onwards to Christmas, for Christmas gifts. So I'm pretty maxed out. This month is solidly booked. So a bit like these ones here, but there's loads on my website. So and Kerry, yeah, where do people go to see your work? Your website, social media?
My website at the moment, I'm just chatting to a lovely lady called Pippa, who's helping me sort my website out a bit, because actually it doesn't actually have anything on there about my Zoom shows, but for now it's all on my Instagram or my Facebook. So Kerry Scorer Magician on Facebook, and just Kerry Magician on Instagram. My name and my job. I made it easy.
Brilliant. And we put links on afterwards anyway, so we'll ask Karina how to do that.
I was just going to say, if anybody needs any help with their social media, Karina is the person to speak to.
Definitely.
Nothing she doesn't know.
Brilliant. Thanks everybody. Thanks Karina again, and thanks everybody making comments, watching. So it's been brilliant. Really enjoyed it.
Thank you that's watched, and massive thanks, Karina. That was a really nice surprise, and thank you, Tony, for sorting that as well. Thank you very much.
It'll be emailed to you soon. So
brilliant. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.